If you love great food, you're in the right spot. I'm taking you around the Western Slope to my favorite places to eat. We're talking homegrown, local flavor, just good eats. My name is Jasmine Waples, and this is The Dish. We start our journey in downtown Grand Junction. Located off of 5th Street next to the Alpine Bank building, Bin 707 Foodbar has been a powerhouse of flavor and an economic driver for nearly a decade. The team at Bin has a vast knowledge of traditional recipes, which they consistently reinvent with bold local ingredients to create something truly unique to the Western Slope. Ultimately, it's about keeping it local.
That's the mission that we've tried to do with Bin 707 Foodbar. We opened in 2011, kind of at the end of the recession here that hit the community pretty hard. And after looking throughout the state, we saw the opportunity to really showcase what we have here in the valley through agriculture, through ranchers, through ingredients. It holds true for our beers, our wines, of course, our spirits. That we could really focus on, showcasing what we have here, providing jobs within the community, be able to put out a product that we can be proud of, that is delivers sort of a sense of place within the community, so that when people come to visit us from elsewhere, the food that we serve is unique to us.
With an emphasis on hospitality and the model local first, Colorado second, and domestic last, Bin 707 Foodbar grew into a local hotspot. This is evident in their ever-changing menu. So why exactly does their menu change? Take, for example,
the croque madame is going to be brand new to our menu again next week, but it's one of the most popular dishes we've had in the past. When we took it off the menu, it's because it really was preventing us from focusing more on the ethos of local sourcing. So almost went backwards. We started a sourdough program, started baking our own bread about the same time. Chad from Elevation started to experiment with some different hams, and we saw the opportunity to say, we could kind of reintroduce this to our menu now using these Colorado and house-made ingredients. So a lot of things on the menu sort of come and go depending on what our sourcing ethos looks like, or say, for instance, this hybrid striped bass that we're using. To keep this on the menu in a really approachable way and a super tasty dish that's unique to us. This is started with how do we use this fish and put it on the menu, and the outcome is to turn it into all these other Colorado products that we can use to showcase it.
Owner Josh Nierenberg had an interesting path that led him to Bin.
I ride a snowboard for a living and working in restaurants in evenings when I wasn't on the mountain. And one thing sort of turned into the other, and I really found more of a passion with restaurants and food than I was trying to chase a career with snowboarding. So now I get to snowboard for fun instead of for work, and work with food and try to create something new, just use some incredible ingredients and have creativity within the restaurant.
And I'm glad he made the switch because, and I cannot emphasize this enough, I love everything on the menu. I had a tough time narrowing down what exactly we should feature, so let me show you a few must-tries.
This is our Colorado lamb tenderloin. Also root vegetable puree, fingerling potato chips, seared tomatoes, blueberry demi-glace, and parsley oil to finish this dish. And then the white over the top is some fresh horseradish that we shave for a little bit of spice. For the Bin burger, we use Promontory white cheddar, which is out of Salt Lake City. It's a potato bun with a truffle aioli, and then as I mentioned, we do a twice cooked fry. So the fries are cut every morning, we blanch them in the morning, and then we fry them again to order so that you get a potato that's cooked all the way through in the first blanch and then crisped up to serve. So it's kind of the best way to do them. This is our Schooner Bay salmon. So this is a root vegetable puree with sauteed haricots verts. This is essentially like a chimichurri sauce that we do with a blend of different herbs. So the oil and the herbs and the peppers and chilies and whatnot in the sauce kind of season the dish. These are seared grapes. And then the skin we cook with the skin on, so the skin stays nice and crispy. And then this is our cheese and charcuterie. We've got a pretty extensive cheese and charcuterie program. We do house-made charcuterie and cheeses, and then we do some Colorado and domestic cheeses. So this is just a combination of some of those different meats. And this is a different sourdough than we're using separate from the sourdough on the croque madame. We're buying these sourdoughs from Main Street Bagels here in town, so it's a kind of nice partnership.
In addition to great food, Bin 707 offers an extensive list of wine and spirits. Local first applies here too, even their house wine.
All the grapes are grown here in this valley for us on these specific wines. Garrett out at Carlson Vineyards in Palisade did a really great job with these. You can only get them here at Bin, Taco Party, and at the winery. They both have really nice balanced acid, which is super key when it comes to pairing with foods. Acid in wine plays a really high role in where it sits on your mouth, where it sits on the palate, and how it interacts with the foods that you're ingesting.
Now, if wine isn't your thing, there are a few craft cocktails you can try.
This one here is our Vodka Daisy, Colorado vodka, house-made syrup with yarrow and dandelion, little sprig of yarrow right on top, and a little lemon juice in there as well. Here's one of my personal favorites, our house old-fashioned. It's going to be our Barrel Select Buffalo Trace Bourbon, a Guajillo Demerara syrup that we make in-house, and then a bitters that we also infuse in-house. Little locally foraged juniper on top as garnish.
The staff is quite knowledgeable when it comes to pairing drinks with your meals, so don't hesitate to ask their opinion. Now, keep in mind the menu changes. If you see something featured here you want to try, but it's not on the current menu, don't worry.
Things come and go, and some things will come off the menu, and people will wish that they return. And I always tell them, sure enough, like the croque madame, for instance, it will return in some other version somewhere down the line. So
that's all for today, but I want to hear from you. Where's your favorite place to grab a bite? Message the KREX Facebook page your favorite spots, and I'll check them out. I'm always looking for a good recommendation. Till next time, I'm Jasmine Waples, and this is The Dish.